recording. There we go. Uh, 2 to 4 Pacific time tomorrow for Paper Mario. I'll try to keep my schedule updated, Dirty, down on the main page if you want to see when it's coming up next. I'll make it full screen. I know you guys just dealt with the way that the Wii U emulates the Nintendo 64, like shrinks the box, and I could make it bigger, but it would totally override the rest of the screen with black. I'm pretty sure Andrea will be playing some more Dragon Quest on stream. Yeah, it's something that's difficult to schedule because she is a busy woman. And Thousand Year Door is not on the Wii U Virtual Console yet, and might not be because it's a GameCube game. Right now there aren't any GameCube games on there, so it's more likely we get a Thousand Year Door HD re-release. Right. Alright, let's do some messing around with our stuff. Okay, I think I'm happy with everything he has right now, actually. Senna. Now, if you tuned in last time, we're actually a little bit back from where I saved before. Right, mate. Get into a couple of fights out here. I love the music in this game. Still letting stream bid on names for each of the characters. My wife Andrea won for Zidane, choosing to name him A. Kami won Vivi with Vivi. And I think Webb won Steiner with Clunky. Let's do it. I don't think you hear boss battle music in this game until Black Waltz, fairly later in the game. Might not be correct, but we'll see. Oh, awesome AMA. Glad to hear it. Everybody should play through Portal once, I think. Whether you're a gamer or not, or at least watch somebody do it. Bad role models? What are you talking about? Okay, this is trying to teach you don't hit Garnet, so don't use this ability that hits both of them. No, so works, yeah, I don't think. Oh, that sucks, Jahan. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've had trouble falling asleep, but mostly trouble sleeping well and at length, you know? Let me see if I can charge this thing. Maybe I'm just see the thing pop up at me telling me to charge my controller. Hopefully it'll make it. If it doesn't, I'll just move my a thingamajig over. It's okay, Vivi. No problem, buddy. Got this, Vivi. Don't think it's got anything to steal. Try though. Disregard. Try to steal the rest of the suffragette then. Vivi's rocking it over there. I'm limited in how much I can steal since Vivi's just gonna destroy it eventually, you know? Ouch. Exactly, Kami. I'm sorry. I should be careful, more careful when I speak. Vivi's a man, best Final Fantasy character. But yeah, I have the same problem, Kami. Like I don't know if I can remember a time in my life where I've woken up feeling rested. I don't know what that means. When people are like, yeah, I woke up feeling charged for the day. Like I always feel like I could sleep for longer. At some point, I just force myself to get up. Might go to a sleep clinic at some point. Usually I can get to sleep okay, just staying asleep is the thing, or sleeping restfully. Nice, Vivi. I like that this game doesn't give you experience for boss fights. It makes it easier if you're trying to do a low level run. Since you have to do the boss fights, they're not negotiable, like you can run away from regular battles. It's a trend in most of the Final Fantasy games. Go. Or Steiner. Nah, you're gonna be fine, Vivi. You intend to abandon her? Not bad. Steiner's a funny character. I wish you got to use him more in this game. Yeah, I saw that. I have it plugged in on the wall here, but the PS3 controller doesn't like being plugged in, basically. It wants you to plug it into the console itself, which is across the room for me, so if it dies, I might need to find some other solution, like turn the webcam, or disable my webcam for a little bit. I hear you, Jehan. Hey, Texture Luigi, how's it going? And maybe I will. We just got a leather wrist, right? Beast Killer, nice. We have an extra silk shirt too, so I can go ahead and equip this one. It's an upgrade. Although, that one teaches Protect Girls. So... I like that this is a decision you have to make in this one. You don't really have to think about that in other Final Fantasies, just equip the best item. Jack Bandit, welcome. I can try plugging it into my USB hub over here. I just haven't had luck with it. It might be that it only shows as charging if it's actually plugged into the PS3, but it is actually charging. Yeah, see, now it says charging. Okay. Good call. Yeah, I tried plugging it into my computer and now it looks like it's charging, so. Why are we pointing out that Princess Garnet is 16? Well, you kind of say so, Jehan. Hope to continue keeping that true. Where'd everybody go? Damn. Aw. Ah, very good. Sneakers. Yeah, I've got mine set to shut off automatically as well. Heck yeah, I'm gonna go see him. What's up, bud? I don't know what you're talking about, Zidane. Vivi looks awesome. His name is A. I keep reading that like every character who addresses Zidane is Canadian. Okay. Get the sense that he feels this way about every lady he woos. Yeah, Steiner's a good character. You don't really get a character like that often in video games. Especially not in your party. Yes, he does, Jehan. Orko from He-Man. See, the Black Mage in Final Fantasy 1, that's like 1986 or 87. Not sure if it predated Orko. They both have a very similar, like, mage look. She's cute and she's in trouble. feel like Zidane is one of the least angsty Final Fantasy protagonists. He has one section where he's angsty, and it's the source of the coolest song, well, one of the coolest songs in this entire game, a song called You're Not Alone. Instead of like taking an entire game to still not be over his angst, he has one scene where he gets over it. Alright, bronze gloves. Right, sneakers. Although he seems to have a character arc too, which I appreciate. Him and Waka have similar character arcs. So it is possible that Baku's gonna kill us in here, so I'm gonna go save real quick before we fight him. What's up, Senna? It's true, Butts isn't particularly angsty. You raise a good point. I guess Amarant is your angsty character in this game. Yeah. FF6 makes sense. I'm not gonna give him crap for it. Right. He has to damage himself to hurt others. He's got a cool character arc though. He chills out when he becomes a paladin. Sweet. I like their arrangement. We gonna fight. Andrea there is, I know that's an ellipsis, but I didn't know it was called that when I was a kid, so I called an ellipsis squalling someone. She's referring to, to Squall and how he uses an ellipsis every other, few seconds in Final Fantasy VIII. I always read his ellipses not as a pause, but him going, ugh, like just barely sighing. He's pissed off that we're breaking the rules. The rules are we gotta stay with the ship. I'm going against him. He's the leader of Tantalus. Really, I think Baku's okay with me leaving. He just, technically he has to do this since I'm his subordinate. So he's got something to steal. I meant baller as in like to ball, not like baller as in, I think Squall has the angstiest line in all of Final Fantasy when he's like, I don't want to hear people talk about me in the past tense. Like, well, like, Squall went to the store, Squall bought some milk. Nice coming. It'll take a bit for us to steal this thing. So one thing with Final Fantasy IX, you're going to be hearing boss fight music a lot because every boss has a set of unique stealable items. They were able to do that because they knew that you'd always have a thief in your party. I think that might be the last thing he has. We'll try one more time just to make sure. Yeah, go for it, Sneakers. We're gonna play Final Fantasy VIII eventually because even though it's not a good Final Fantasy, the fact it's still a good game. Just living up to much higher pedigree. But it's certainly one we'll get to later rather than sooner. Might do a little bit of leveling outside. Oh wow, potions recover more hit points than I realized. I just wasted 2 high potions. That's okay. Yeah, so that's a super interesting theory. I saw people who hate this theory. It probably isn't true. It's like the well, there's a theory about the ending of Mass Effect 3 that's almost certainly not true, but it's kind of cool to think about. That's an interesting page to read about. Stands to reason because everything after the end of Disc 1 is super surreal and weird in Final Fantasy VIII. Like up through Disc 1, Final Fantasy VIII is fairly straightforward. Plot makes sense. Then it just gets really, really weird. Yeah, that's what I hear, Kami. So I'll be doing Final Fantasy 13 on stream as a blind playthrough. No, it's rolling out of here. Hi Ben. Cat hype. Oh, he's just here to chill. Buddy. Say hi to Andrea, Ben. She's out of town, she doesn't get to see her kitty. Ben, can you not rub your face on the headset microphone? Cat butt. There we go. Yep, that's your butt. No, what kind of cat is Ben? Andrea, do you know? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Beast Killer, Minus Strike. Bronze Gloves get us something for free. Probably have other ways of getting Beast Killer, so I'm okay with switching to this just so we can start getting an ability. Yeah, I'm a dog person. I wish I could have a dog that had the maintenance of a cat. Like, basically looked after itself and stopped being interested in me around the time I stopped being interested in it. Yes, he is. AMA. He's purring. Right, Vivi. No, Ben, don't rub your face on the mic. No, I love the kitties. This is still a dog person. Yes, Ben. Mage staff, leather hat, wrist, silk shirt. Cool. And no abilities. Ben does play fetch. I had a husky growing up. Thanks, Baku. That's true. Huskies need area to run. We had a yard we could let her out and run around. Alright, let's go. Aw, parasite. The arrow husky would always pull really, really hard on the leash. Probably should have taken her to obedience school or something. Bye, Ben. Good for you as it was for me. Nice. Want to get at least A level. Nice one shot. It's got mage match reaction. I really like in the earlier battle when you first get to use Garnet very, very briefly. In the Steiner fight, you can see that she has a summon option and there's all these espers in there. I think they're called eidolons in this game. Just kind of gets you excited about what's to come. Yeah, no kidding, Kami. Ben wakes me up at about 5 in the morning every morning, demanding food by crawling on my face. He leaves Andrea alone for the most part. He knows who the boss is in this house, and it's not me. Who the alpha is. Princess Garnet. We had her in our party for one battle, and she has a summon option, which isn't enough MP to cast any of them, which is kind of cool. Pretty much just there to get you hyped up and excited about being able to unlock them later. If you ever got to level 2, I think I'm happy now. Okay, you're gonna hear a familiar song from Final Fantasy VII here. I think it's a slightly different mix. That is Rufus's march theme from the parade. Plays in June. Thanks, Baku. Oh, sneakers. Yeah, so I hear that, I don't know if there's evidence beyond the anecdotal to support this, but I hear that like people who are allergic to cats or people who dislike cats tend to get more attention from cats because cats, like, they interpret attention and eye contact as threatening. So if you're like going out of your way to ignore them, they see that as an attractive quality. So don't quote me on that. Google! You seen that Futurama episode with Dr. Katz? Got a letter for you, Monty. I think Queen Biran is up to something. I suspect Princess Garnet even more. Home soon. Really cold place right now. It's really strange. It wasn't like this last time I came here. Stilton's cool. Okay, I like checking with these Moogles multiple times. Sometimes they give you new updates. Like, we wouldn't have seen that Stiltskin letter if I hadn't read the same letter a second time. No shame, sneakers. Exactly. Yeah, I've heard that cats are like the only animal that selected themselves for domestication. Sort of. In the sense that cats tended to like show up around humans, and humans tended to leave the ones that were docile alone. Because they would like get rid of rodents and other nasty things. It was a symbiotic relationship. Humans tended to attract rodents and food for cats. Yeah, go for it, Kami. Babu Babu. Yeah, that's what I mean. Cats domesticated humans. Yeah, I've heard of that. I didn't realize it had any effect on, like, human behavior. Look how smooth that cutscene transition was. I like that this game has the classic party at the beginning of fighter, thief, white mage, black mage. No, that was a minute to go before I did. Sleep? Hopefully not poison. Not so bad. Still blinded. Gotcha. Got one eye drop. Oh yeah, ticket. Wanna be your crows. I think what happens is Puck, the little rat kid that makes Vivi into his slave, like bumps into Vivi at the beginning of the game. I think when he bumps into him, he takes his ticket. Let's see, does anyone really need a heal? Kinda. Marstead, let's just heal everybody. I was wrong, you do hear boss music before Black Waltz. Let's get him! That's the plan, average cookie. This channel we do full playthroughs of games. Trying to play every awesome game ever made. Believing that there are so many of them I can't possibly get to all of them in one lifetime, but we're gonna try to do as many as possible. I'm gonna have them defend until I steal everything. Oops. Okay, I'm defend next round. Ouch. That's a pretty nasty attack. Okay, now we can start fighting him in earnest. It'll say doesn't have anything. You might miss because of the blind, we'll see. Nice. You can also use a skill called Detect, which tells you exactly what items they have, but I'll usually just steal rather than waste the turn doing that. Oh no. Blank. Don't use thunder, don't use thunder, don't use thunder. Alright. Let's go. It's cool, they give Blank a portrait. Can't remove his iron sword, interesting. I'm happy with that for now. Whoa! This game has a couple crisis songs. Just about every... If you're making an RPG, you need to have a oh shit song. Ow. Nice, Vivi. Vivi OP. Graphics. No! Nice throw, Blank. This game's art style definitely fits the PlayStation 1 much better. Oh, poor Blink. I think he threw me a world map. Little Google tent. Got it. Funky. Impossible. Hey D-Rock, how's it going, man? Silence. Ice cave. Free tent. I should actually have used one of the tents in my inventory. Hey Apex, let's go, man. Shepherd. Monty. Cool way for us to teach us stuff using the active time event system. Actually, I don't think I need any of these, so we'll go ahead. It's another smart way to get around having characters that don't need to be taught stuff, you know? Awesome. Kupo. There's lots of nice little touches with Steiner. Just in this game in general, it's very well polished. Save real quick. We're out here. Yeah, we should equip Garnet. These all sound great. I want to learn Beast Killer, but it would take a long time to do. Ooh, I definitely want Level Up more than I want Bug Killer, so easy decision. Evil Forest, Alexandria, and I think the Ice Caverns are in front of us here. They're called moves. This is the only place I can really go to is the Ice Cavern. We'll go ahead and do that. You can, you have to summon the Moogle. It's kind of cool. You play the little Mog flute and he runs towards you. What's up, Vives? Like this game has a little custom typographic thing for every area you find. I found a chest. I found a chest. I found a chest. Hey, 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 hey. Yes, as of right now, that's correct. Although if you count Bravely Default has 4. I would count Bravely Default as a Final Fantasy. It may as well be. Yeah, I would say so. Doesn't have chocobos or moogles, but other than that. Ouch. Oh, he said intense for a while. Yeah, I think it's good that it has an original title. Yeah, I mentioned this about Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross would have been better if they had not have called it Chrono and not tried to directly tie it in. Sneakers, it is, I'll give you an update. D-Rock, Shepard. I emailed them last week and they said they shipped orders on May 19th that were placed on March 11th. My order was placed on March 15th, so they're getting to them very slowly. It's just like a few guys. Katsukitty is this little company that works out of Akihabara in Japan. So they were overwhelmed with demand. I really, really hope to get it in June because I'd love to play Xenoblade and get started on this whole Zelda chronological playthrough thing. Schedule update in 1 hour. We're switching to Mass Effect. We're getting close to the end. That's correct, Sneakers. Actually, I did not buy a new 3DS. What they do is they build the capture kit directly into a new 3DS and then just send you the whole thing. Because they have to, the reason it takes them so long to make is they're like soldering the thing together inside of it and making a little USB port on the outside. Yeah, me neither. Apparently there was. Is there anybody streaming Xenoblade 3DS right now? I haven't looked. Hey Kappa, how's it going? Really just skip to Steiner, their attacks don't do enough damage to be worth it. Gotcha. Yeah, I would have gotten a DS capture kit when I first started back in February, but I figured, hey, if this new system's coming out, I may as well just wait and pick it up so I only have to get it once, you know? Especially since it's pretty expensive. It's definitely, still to date, the biggest investment I've made in the stream, and I haven't even received it yet. The wind lays out my path. I think I ever noticed those things talking before. That's interesting. I paid up front. Yeah. I've been sending them a status update email every 2 weeks or so. Name Garnet. I think Garnet's the next one that we name. Name her Rex. I don't know if we'll get to it today. Hey Ricardo Garcia, how's it going? I'll keep that in mind, D-Rock. Alright, somebody just learned something. Let me see what it was. Probably something that wasn't super important. Yeah, I hope so. Bird killer. Almost got protect girls. I just get super excited in this game in particular whenever you find a new item, just because it might have an ability associated with it, you know? It is Sneakers. It's kind of a pudding-like consistency. Right, Vivi's got thunder now. Man, D-Rock with the knowledge. I want to say Final Fantasy VIII is the only Final Fantasy where your whole party is following you, instead of just everybody like going into the main party member, main character. Or did they chase behind you in 13? I guess 12 doesn't count because it's more of like kind of an action RPG, so of course all of them have to be out. Nice sneakers. Yeah, exactly, Kami. Here, enter my body. Oh shit. Get it, Steiner. Second one of those. Let's see. Who can use it and what would they get from it? Ooh, that's exciting. We know who's using it then. I have beaten Ozma, yep. I would like to do that in this playthrough. I think it's a lot easier to beat Ozma in Final Fantasy IX than it is to beat like Emerald Weapon in Final Fantasy VII without doing lots and lots of grinding. You just gotta get a lot of good items. Oh man, you just reminded me, so I'm like, okay, so I gotta get a lot of good items. How do you get good items in Final Fantasy IX again? Oh, that's right, the Chocobo minigame. This game has by far my favorite Chocobo game, and maybe my favorite minigame, which is Chocobo Hot and Cold, the digging game. We'll be doing a lot of that on stream. I don't feel guilty doing that like ad nauseum because it plays Vamla Ella Flamenco, which is, again, one of the best songs in the history of Final Fantasy. Let's try left. Yeah, Ozma's the optional super boss. Hey Marty. If you get a Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm, the Final Fantasy music game for the DS, Ozma's in it. It's a Choose Marsh is a cool song too. Let's see if there's anything new. Heat, if you move, you die. Die if you get attacked, frozen. Virus stops experience. Cool. If you do the digging minigame and get absolutely everything, it should give you enough gear to be able to beat Ozma. A lot of it's just gearing up. This game is a lot more gear heavy than grind heavy, as far as like being able to rock the game at the end game. These are actually my old saves from way back in the day. I was able to, the reason I got my memory card adapter for the PS3 is I wanted to be able to like permanently store my saves from when I was a kid. So I think this is my like end game playthrough. This is the team that I beat Ozma with, so you don't need to be super high level to beat the game. There, dude. Moggleton. Oh, poor Vivi. Girl, hey. This will matter later. There might be a treasure chest behind that wall there once we are able to use the Vivi again. He's all maxed out. Might put him in the back row so I can steal everything. And then move him to the front row when it's time to attack. Alright, there's the pendant. The necessary Final Fantasy pendant. I am not jealous of you, Burner. I can deal with cold, I cannot deal with heat. I am an ice wizard. Well, I don't think being in the back really matters for this guy because he mostly casts magic. We'll see. You can always add more layers, you can only remove so many before you get arrested. I actually feel comfortable. Like, I think I'm actually happier when it's cold and I'm like in covers in bed or in warm clothes than I do when it's hot and I'm like trying to cool down. This will probably end with trance. There's Mithril Dagger. That might be it on the guy on the right. Try to steal one more time. Pop a potion, we've got enough of them. Okay, good. Hopefully that doesn't do 34 damage. Sealion does more damage than Black Waltz. Stealing all the things, stealing the things. Nice, Freeman. I was really into swimming as a kid. My grandmother lived on a lake. I'd love to try scuba diving sometime. Get over my thalassophobia problem. Hey Antic, how's it going? Also, what's up, Reming? Uh-oh. See how much damage that does here. Uh-oh. That could be very bad. Oh, it's healing him. Huh, really, Burner. Just a pressure thing, I guess? No more Super Saiyan for Zidane. Freeming asked an interesting question. Might still have one more item. Mithril Dagger is probably the important thing that I stole. Stealing everything in these solo fights is pretty tough. Okay, cool. Now we can start killing him. I think we'll keep Zidane in the back row though. Might even get a second trance ability in this fight. Fire, huh? We'll heal after the next round. Right. We're seeing a lot of jokes about the whole Zidane thing. Yeah. Back on YTMND. Burn the man now, dog. So I think we're going to get another trance, and that's what's actually going to end this fight. We'll use that tidal flame ability a couple times. Alright, one more round and then heal again. I think should be fine. This Black Waltz himself doesn't do a lot of damage. Cool. Double trance this battle. I wonder if he's out of MP. Never mind. Know the answer to that question now. Glad I potioned. I think trance is my least favorite limit break system just because it's like you can't save up the bar. It happens, it happens. You can't stop it. If I had an action queued like that, I lose half of my trance bar. Final Fantasy X probably has the best limit break system. Give you a lot of customization options around it. Nice. Beast Killer. Black Waltz 2 and 3. I guess you could say Final Fantasy 6 isn't as good as 9 because you never see it happen. Zorn and Thorn are up there. Queen Bronze. Toadlings. Ooks. As they went all that trouble to have animations of them like dusting themselves off. So I say this game is polished. 7 doesn't have stuff like that very much. Rex. Imogen Paul, how's it going? Why you gotta be so rude, Clunky? Maybe Vivi can't do anything there. What thought he did? Awesome. Rad day. Paper Mario, Final Fantasy 9, and Mass Effect. That's a pretty good combination. Check out my battery. Wands. Alright, Vivi, this one's all you, buddy. Cerebro. You should see the X-Men 2 riff tracks, it's really funny. I think X-Men 2 is outside of the spoiler statute of limitation, but X-Men 2 spoilers. The ending of X-Men 2 involves this giant, like, rushing water barreling down on the X-Men, and them needing to deal with it. And in the riff tracks, they point out the fact that they have Iceman with them. For whatever reason, it's Jean Grey who goes out. So like, man, wouldn't it be great if we had someone on our team whose ability was to alter the molecular state of water to stop it from moving? This is a disc. PS1 disc. Yeah, I hear that much. And like, why do they even let you down there if you can't go behind that wall? Come back at endgame with some ultimate weapon. Riff Tracks, type it in chat. The guys who do Mystery Science Theater 3000, which was this old hilarious TV show that was like parodies of bad sci-fi and horror movies. Now they continue to do these commentaries, but they don't need to do old public domain movies. They can do like AAA blockbusters by doing like a podcast format where you download a music file, you sync it up with the movie, and then you play it at the same time. It's very, very, very funny. I recommend it. Okay, happy with that. No accessories yet. You don't really have anything new to learn. You can do the Mithril Dagger now and get Bandit. That's exciting. Don't really care about Flea Gill. Excuse me, Ben. X-Men 1 and 2 are quite good. I'll disagree with you on that subject. Actually written by David Hayter, who is the voice of Solid Snake. He storyboarded both of those movies. He did not do X-Men 3. X-Men 3 is an atrocity. Oh man, remember the old 90s Batman animated series? Kevin Conroy is Batman to me. Like, I hear all this. Kevin Conroy is Batman and Mark Hamill is the Joker. I hear all this debate on, oh, is it Heath Ledger? No, I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker is fine, but when I think of the Joker, I think of Mark Hamill. X-Men 1 has some pretty cool character writing that they usually wouldn't have put into a Hollywood movie. Too young to exist. Animated's probably based on the Frank Miller comic, right? Like where Batman's old. Oh man, some of those animated series episodes are so good. It was such a good show. With Paul Dini, I think, is the guy who coordinated all of it. It has some really, like, unusual episodes for a kid's cartoon. Yeah, animated X-Men was sweet in a different way. There's some really cool, really dark episodes of the Batman animated series. It's because of that series that Mr. Freeze is a serious character now. He was kind of a joke character. Scooby-Doo's pretty great. Yeah, so I agree, D-Rock. The X-Men show definitely has the best superhero show theme music. I think we're about to get a chance to name Garnet here. Her default name is Dagger. I think D-Rock already offered to bid to name her Rex. Peridot. Cerebro is pretty funny too. Magneto. They're like, hey, let me see that dagger. Hey, I've got an idea for my name. It's Rex. Okay. Rex would be good for Amaran. Alright. Peridot is the winning bid right now. Anyone want to outbid D-Rock? Spoon's pretty funny too. We are a burner, right? Type exclamation point SP. Yeah, so it shows burners in brackets that he has 100 outstanding. Anybody outbidding Burner at 100 sphere points? It's cool, Majin. So the rule that I'm trying to go with is to restrict people from, if you win a bid, don't bid on the next thing. So whoever wins will be out of the running next time. Actually, Wag won the one to name Steiner Clunky with a bid of 1. So it's certainly very possible. It just depends on who's feeling passionate. Spoon. $772. Keeping a dagger. Nice. Matt, you might need to try 770. I don't know why it's not coming through. Anyone out doing Matt? There we go. Yeah, I don't know if it'll let you bid all of it. You need to have at least 1 point. Okay, dagger it is. Matt's gonna have to build it back up. You're gonna have to yell at Andrea for that one, Matt. I'm just glad we got Vivi. That's the only one that I would really care about. Yeah, I think Kami called Vivi. Dali would have been pretty good. Windmill Town. Yeah, I like that Kami. I like the idea of Garnet, Aiko as Cerebro and Magneto too. That's not a knife. Once we get to choose party members, I'll do a stream vote too to decide who all is going to be in the party. That won't be SP, that'll just be voting. So we'll just do slot by slot. We'll do, you know, vote for the first party member, second and third, and so on. Oh right, I gotta summon Moogle. Hey Moggo. Clunky's pretty good for Steiner. Especially since he calls him Rusty. I'm not Rusty, I'm Clunky. Rare coffee. Berman, Kerman, and mocha coffee. Sabbath. Interesting. Song is very similar to an earlier Final Fantasy song. I can't place it though. It's one of the SNES titles. It might even be an intentional, like, homage to that one. I think Hapax and Mine for Fish have the most sphere points. Might be it, Kami. Yeah, Hapax has 2,912. Mine for Fish has 1,623. That's true, D-Rock. Hapax hasn't spent before. I don't think Mine for Fish has either. I'm pretty sure Hapax is just like always in chat though. He's got something set up there on the side. Because like my hours watched are 179 hours, I should have the most, right? Since I'm the one streaming. And Hapax has 162, so I'm only ahead of him by like 17 hours. One per 5 minutes? Is that right? Let me take a look. Yeah, 1 point every 5 minutes. Apex gonna dump all of his sphere points. Flarewing. Hi, bro. Excuse me. Final Fantasy will update new version during summer. I appreciate the support, man. Apex is the guy who got me interested in thinking about doing streaming for real. We went to a couple panels at PAX Prime this past year, and there was a lot of talk about Twitch, which was, I was surprised. Poor Vivi. That's pretty good, Apex. You do the people's eyebrow. Chicken broccoli Alfredo, that sounds pretty awesome. Very good, Jian. Don't be mean to Vivi. I ain't even trying to hear that. Good reason or not. These books suck. Oops, might be more stuff in there. Oh, sweet Kami. I'm excited for the next dungeon. Dagger tries. Nice, D-Rock. I can kind of do it. Kids these days. If you bounced from Final Fantasy XIV yesterday, understandable. MMOs aren't everybody's thing, but you should totally check out the Titan fight. It was so cool. I can probably throw up a timestamp if I can find it real quick. One sec. I'll do it while we're moving through Dali here. It's fairly short, but it's worth at least seeing that. If you like Final Fantasy, it's worth seeing the highlights. Let's see. Do it a timestamp, can I? It's around that point. You might need to jump forward a couple minutes, but that's when we zone into it. An auspicious day for you to go out and have fun. You'll find lost money and lost items. You'll eat lots of yummy food and meet interesting people. Lucky color is yellow. God, I hope that doesn't have any effect on the game. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like competitive shooter games or even like MOBAs. But for me, it's just I like to watch them, but I don't like to play them because they stress me out too much. I like co-op games, which is why I like MMOs so much. I could do MOBAs against the bot. Here's the Storm's a pretty good game. It's a little bit more casual. I'm even against games that are first person and which shoot. Like Half-Life is a great first person shooter, BioShock is a great first person shooter. But that's not the focus of the game. That's what makes them good. League of Legends, Dota. Those are MOBAs. Multiplayer online battle arena. Basically the whole thing of like, hey, there's two different teams and they each control unique heroes. And these creeps spawn on both sides and travel towards the center of the map, and you try to like push to get one side conquered. Yeah, it seems fair. I think I just get whatever the default color is, because Katsukity just picks it for you, so... Don't believe that I got a choice. Oh man, Axiom Verge. I gotta play that. Let's see, do we have a free play block open next week? We could do Axiom Verge Monday and Tuesday. It's this like Metroidvania game. Someone was talking about it in chat the other day. I was Googling it and it looks amazing. It also looks reasonably... has a reasonable length. More leather wrist. 2 more feather hats. And I'm happy. Oh, I think I missed an item in there. I'm going to go back in one more time. Yeah, I thought so. Cool. Yeah, I'll do Xenoblade right away. The day I get it, we'll do Xenoblade regardless of what else was going to be on the schedule. Try to use shitty cards only so I don't lose the good ones. Boy, do I have plenty of shitty cards apparently. Nice, D-Rock. a pretty good card. Got 13 more minutes of Final Fantasy IX, and then we're switching to Mass Effect. We're not going to beat today, and we're not going to beat tomorrow, but we're getting close to the end. There won't be a vote for which planet we go to, because there's only one left. Good question. Oh, it's Ilos, but we gotta go to Noveria first before that. So we'll be doing Noveria, which will probably take up the whole day. Noveria, maybe about 2 hours. Ilium's a different planet in Mass Effect 2. Noveria, which is the ice planet. Yeah, I agree, D-Rock. Great. Borderlands is cool. Did you like Bioshock Infinite? To come back later. You mean I can't just like walk into your house and take your stuff? What the heck, dude? Pickles. Cash only. People have checks in the Final Fantasy IX universe? Do what I want. Alright. Let's get some eye drops just in case. Blind is a pretty nasty status effect. You're a pretty nasty status effect. Alright, Vives. How you doing, buddy? Vivi's asexual. Vivi X Kina. Forever. Queena. I made a race chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh no! Don't kidnap Vivi! I'm not even trying to hear that. Elite pudding. It's kind of cool the way they have you name your race chocobo. You like pick any 2 words from these preset lists of like different adjectives and nouns and things. So mine is Groove Ninja. Kidnapping Vivi, this will not stand, man. This aggression will not stand. Airship wheel, I think is what that was. Hey girl, hey! She does much, I didn't notice. Hey Okega, how's it going? Yes. Ruby's from Texas. No fish people in this town. Don't know why. This is a people town. I guess Alexandria's got all the weird... I guess Limblum has a bunch of weird animal people too. Doing his people's eyebrow. Can you smell what D-Rock is cooking? That's the only way I know how to do the raised eyebrow emote. Uppercase O underscore lowercase o. And smell what D-Rock is cooking. Alright, so I'm not going to get to another save point in 5 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and save, and we'll pick up from here. Go get Mass Effect spun up, feed the cats, all that fun stuff. Alright. Bear with me here, guys, as I switch over.